Three words, one sentence, but still a broad topic. It is not a Hercules strength or Einstein's strong mind. It is a psychological concept of handling mental toughness, having self-control and resilience, which is to recover from difficulties. Being mentally strong doesn't mean you don't suffer or experience pain. It is about practicing resiliency, which occurs especially when the person is in extremely painful situation. It is something you would want to build, like developing confidence, learning to manage strong feelings, dealing with problems, and having a positive view of yourself. You can't handle the whole world, as you can see in the picture. You will always have problems and people are going to be against you. Even those who are popular often get cyberbullied and they have to be strong enough to handle those situations. Mental strength does not really have anything to do with your happiness. You can really avoid the negativity because negative and positive emotions are the key to resilience. Emotional stability and the ability to keep a cool head is an enormous asset when it comes to dealing with challenging situations. Usually we understand more when we mature, growing up, experiencing a lot of problems and learning from our mistakes. But there are some people who are not used to it, no matter how much they've gone through. So for them, it is important to build mental strength. There are a lot of people who are a lot stronger than me, who have gone through so many troubles and losses. But it is not about how much you suffered or how traumatic your past was. It is how you deal with it and move on. Sometimes we judge people who are superior and inferior, but you never know what the person is really going through, if he's happy with his life or not. You never know how many times the person fell to climb the stairs. But what matters is you stand up and move forward. We don't mean to hurt others, but sometimes if we talk about bullying and judging, you don't have any clue whether the person is taking it seriously. One word is enough to destroy someone. Remember that. What could be worse? Now let's talk a little bit about self-harming. In my opinion, if people try to harm themselves, it's because somehow they feel like they're releasing their pain or to feel better. How far does it usually go? Until the person took it deep and to the point where he starts doing something wrong. They create invisible wall around them, hiding from others where they feel extremely alone and helpless. So what I'm really trying to say is that sometimes showing kindness, being positive and listening can be enough to save someone else's life. If the person can't handle it anymore, what do? They give up. So that's where we realize the guilt and regret for not being there for them. The main burden can hold our weaknesses, regrets, and fear is the past itself. If we let our past control us, we might ignore the present and forget and fear to move on thinking about the future. The main burden that holds our weaknesses, fear, and regret is the past itself. If we let our past control us, you might ignore the present and move on fearing thinking about your future. But the best way is to find someone who you trust and share it with them. And if you're a closed and shy person, you can write a diary, but never keep it inside. Some of you prefer to be alone, but at the end, everyone needs help. Sometimes greeting, smiling, or even hugging can make their day. Your positivity can affect in a really good way. Some get confused with people who are really strong and those who doesn't care, low-key cold-hearted. Even sometimes I thought that why am I not even being sad or crying when I'm supposed to? But it's like a change in character which is up to you, that is bad or good. But to be honest, there were some moments where I thought I was strong enough to endure things, and I was holding on to something that was hurting me. I don't really give up, but I was also dumb enough not to let it go at the right time. And the main point is to let go of entitlement. Holding on to grief can affect you a lot, and you can miss a lot of things in your present life. Even forgiving someone, you can free yourself. There are going to be a lot of hard decisions where you have to choose and sacrifice. It's better to make the right decision and not waste any time. The reason why I had to talk about this is because people mostly ask, how are you strong? Can you motivate me? And that time I didn't have anything to say, but I started realizing that I've been feeling much better, even in my bad days. So that's when I started taking things, accepting things the way it is and let it be. Yeah, it's going to take time. It's okay to feel down sometimes. It's okay to cry. Good for health. When you start accepting the reality, you will never stop hoping. You are going to feel the changes and grow stronger. And that's the moment when you'll know you can. Thank you.